Hello, 7th grade. It's Mrs. Williams. It is April 20th, and I'm here to talk to you about what this week is going to look like in English. All your grades are updated, first things, and you can see those updated grades in PowerSchool. I'm not grading things through Google Classroom. Let's go ahead and hop on there. We should be caught up in lessons at this point. I was putting in grades over the weekend, and I still have a good number of kiddos who have not submitted assignments. So please get caught up on those. I'm going to be maybe be sending out some emails this week. If you're one of those people, so make sure you're checking your email, and I'm here to answer any questions that you might have regarding late work or unsubmitted work at this point in time. Today I'm going to kind of outline the week for you, and we're going to talk about some of the things that you're going to be reading and researching this week, because there is a little research involved. This week we are focusing on the American author Mark Twain. I'm sure most of you have heard of him. If not, good for you. You get to learn more about one of the most amazing authors in American history this week. He wrote, he's probably most famous for The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer, but he wrote a lot of short stories. He wrote for newspapers, magazines, so he's a very well-rounded author. He's done a little bit of everything. So he's a very interesting guy. He's from Missouri, grew up in a town called Hannibal, Missouri on the Mississippi River, and we're going to be reading an excerpt from the novel The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I read that in my American literature class in college, one of them, and I really enjoyed it. I hadn't read it until I was in college, and it's a really funny book. I really enjoy it. He has an interesting type of humor, which we're going to talk about. Something about his writing that makes him very unique. Tomorrow you have a biographical video that I want you to watch. I'm posting the YouTube link into Google Classroom, and there's going to be a series of questions. I think there's 10. It's not too bad. It's only I think maybe a 6-7 minute video. All of the answers to this are going to be in that video, and you got to kind of be following along and answering as you're watching the video. You might have to stop and pause, rewind a couple of times to make sure you're getting the answers correct, but it's not very long, so it shouldn't be too tedious. Okay, I'm posting those questions in a Google Doc. Some of us are still struggling on how to access that. You need to make your own personal copy of the questions doc that I'm posting, okay, in order for you to edit it. If you would like, you could create your own doc and submit it that way. There's a couple different ways you can do this, but the one way that you cannot is by sharing the original document with me, okay? So you can't just go in and edit that document. If you have any questions on that, shoot me an email. We can set up a video chat or something, and I can direct you better if you need help with that. So yeah, we have an excerpt of Huckleberry Finn that we're going to be reading, and that's going to be all you do on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm going to be posing a question to Google Classroom. It's a feature I've tried out with my 8th graders, and it worked really well, where we create a thread, and each student can read other students' comments. And I want to practice it this week. I'm not going to have you comment on anybody else's posts, but maybe next week or the week following, we're going to see how that goes. This really mimics the way that a college online class would go. So I think this will be a great opportunity for us to kind of dip our toe into that water of virtual learning and get you accustomed with a format that you might be using later on. So be looking for that as well on Thursday. Friday, Fun Friday. Not going to tell you what it is. It's always a surprise. So you guys have my information. Hop on Google Classroom. Stay connected. let me know if you're having trouble with anything, and keep submitting that work. It's nice getting to read over what you guys are writing. Kind of makes me feel like it's, you know, we're back in the classroom and dialoguing with each other. So I look forward to hearing from each of you. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.